Well, it's a first. The communities of Chicago Fire, Med, and PD will air every Wednesday night, giving you 3 hours of first responder drama on today's TMJ4.
Shannon Sims got the opportunity to travel south to Chicago, talk with the actors, and see how all that TV magic is made.
It's another explosive season for the men and women of Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, and Chicago PD.
Means it's intentional. Means somebody's trying to put bodies on the street.
Bringing these dramas to the screen week after week happens here at CineSpace Studios in Chicago.
Do whatever you have to do, get it done.
On our tour of the Chicago Med sound stages, actors Nick Gilfus, Dr. Halstead, and Colin Donald, Dr. Rhodes, who's rocking a beard this season, shows off the ER, which resembles Rush Hospital in downtown Chicago, with one exception, to the ambulance bay.
Which is amazing that we have it indoors, because that keeps us from having to go outdoors in the dead of winter.
Playing a doctor in a Dick Wolf drama is far from child's play. Medical consultants are constantly brought on set to help the actors through each scene.
We call them expert extras.
Yeah, expert.
Because they know what they're doing. They've taught us a lot of the time.
A real surgeon gives me a lesson in how to scrub in for surgery.
And it is actually warm water.
It is. Keep it up. Okay, now your hands stay right in front of your eyes. You're going to back through the door and make a beeline for the nurses that'll be waving at you.
In this fast-paced drama, screenwriters put out a script every 8 days, leaving set designers less than a week to set the scene. Across the hall on the sets of Chicago PD,
I feel like this is not like we have screens that we move around and we find people through. We're really just working from the ground and interviewing people, and that's our show.
Marina Squarciata shares some of the ways she uses the tight space of the interrogation room to bring more out of her character, Officer Kim Burgess, on Chicago PD.
This is a hard room because there's really not that many places to hide or do things differently.
It got pretty intense once I found myself on the other side of the interview table.
You know what? I don't need your excuses. I don't need your excuses. I'm going to let you off with a warning.
Crossing over storylines between all 3 shows over the last few seasons has drawn new fans to the Chicagoland series. It's also created friendships in moments like these.
And
Oh, yeah. Hi.
Having your red carpet interview with the Epatha Murkison of Chicago Med taken over by the 2 leading men of Chicago Fire.
these are the faces of 2 great guys.
And the voices.
And the voices.
Hi, how are you? Very good
Voices. I think we sound like strange leprechaun.
Who would have known that Jesse Spencer was from Australia, or that Amon Walker is from the other side of the pond? You can now watch these cast of characters every Wednesday night.
During my visit, actors were already taping the 5th episode of the season. It really was a packed day, so we've created a photo gallery and extra red carpet interviews all online at TMJ4.com. Back to you.